first responders' brave. In the land of the free, home of the brave. God bless our veterans too. America beautiful through and through. From sea to shining sea, we are home. This big sweet land is our home. Freedom's fire burning bright in the darkest of the night. Storm clouds dark and gray, we lift our hands to pray for those who take the stand, protecting our motherland. God bless our first responders brave, in the land of the free, home of the brave. God bless our veterans too, America beautiful through and through. Darkest of the night, when storm clouds dark and gray, we lift our hands to pray for those who take the stand, protecting our motherland. God bless our first responders brave, in the land of the free, home of the brave. God bless our veterans too, America beautiful through and through. America beautiful through and through. America beautiful through and through.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time. The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Are you ready? It's showtime. Please welcome Tim Kelly.
Sunsets, call me to rest. When the morning comes, you'll please everyone but me. Here I go, walking away. My heart breaks when people always give their 2 cents until they walk in your shoes. It won't make any sense if you stay or if you go. Forgiveness only you could show. Walking away, you chose your heart, so take a new start. So here I go, walking away. My heart breaks when you beg me to stay. Here I go, walking away. You might be better off without me at the end of the day. Here I go, 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 go.
Her name is Katie Beth Mim. That is M-I-H-M on that last name. And she is making her radio debut this morning on the Tim Kelly Show with a great tune called Here I Go. And Bullet for Freedom, Arliss Walker, making his radio debut on the Tim Kelly Show this morning as well. Welcome to an Indie Wednesday edition of the Tim Kelly Show, live from Branson, Missouri, the live show capital of the world. I am live on my website at KICR, IndieCountryRadio.com. I'm also live on YouTube at KICR Indie Country Radio. Go over there, like and subscribe to the channel. You'll get to see that face for radio. And I'm also wearing the shirt with my face on it this morning. And I'm live on TikTok. You can actually see this live on at Tim Kelly on Air. So come over there on TikTok. And we got chat rooms in YouTube and TikTok too. So come in and say hello, and we'd love to hear from you. And tell us where you're listening from this morning as well. I've got a couple of great radio interviews scheduled for this morning. I pulled them from the Tim Kelly Show interview archives, so I talked to these artists a little while ago, but we're going to do some replays of them because they're so darn good, and so is their music. Presley Puig is going to join me in the bottom half of this first hour, and then Linda Nicole Blair will be with me in the bottom half of hour number 2. You'll get to hear the stories behind their songs, and of course, lots of great music as usual on the radio this morning. I want to give a big thank you and shout out to all of the stations that replay this program. Great ones like KUHS Denver at KUHSdenver.com, Country Road 58 from Germany, countryradio.musicbox4friends.com from Belgium, downtheroadradio.com from Ireland, Bourbon Trail Radio, Top Shelf Radio Texas, Tailgate Country Radio from Canada, Radio 94.3 in Sweden, Hot and Funky Radio, and also KDubRadio.com. You can catch the Tim Kelly Show on all the major streaming services like iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts, Pandora, wherever you stream music. Just search the Tim Kelly Show and you too will be listening to what I call New Country's Best. This next song is a demo. It snuck in on me, but it's so darn good I had to play it. The songwriter is Rick Norheim. We just connected on social media, and this is called Been Gone from the Farm Too Long. Listen to this one on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on this Indie Wednesday.
Slammed the front door. I was an old 17. Do more than my parents. What's good for me? I worked on the rigs and I drove an old truck. I seemed as often as not to be down on my luck. And I've been gone from the farm for too long. Time to wake up to the meadowlark song. too long. I'll follow my dreams to the sand and the sun, laid with the ladies when the evenings were done. Got my heart broken, lost most of my mind. Swore every time would be the last time. Yes, I've been gone from the farm for too long. Time to wake up to an old country song. Take it on back, there's no time to waste. The world will turn and then it's too late. Time to make right a couple of wrongs. I've been gone from the farm for too long. Gonna get rid of my baggage and gas up my Ford. Point it towards home and say a prayer to the Lord. 'Cause I've been gone from the farm for too long. Time to wake up to the middle lark song. Take it on back, got no time to waste. The world will turn and then it's too late. Time to make right a couple of wrongs. I've been gone from the farm for too long. Yes, I've been gone from the farm for too long. Marjorie.
It's time for today's newest country music, Indie Country Radio, with Tim Kelly.
Always be my small town girls. One day we'll be standing on the Opry. One day we'll be singing there for you. Mama says make sure you do it God's way. Then He'll make all your dreams come true. One day we're gonna have our names in neon. One day we're gonna light up this whole world. Daddy says make sure that you remember you'll always be my small town girls. One day, someday soon, we're gonna make our dreams come true. One day, someday soon, and we won't stop until we do. One day we'll be playing on the big stage, and we'll play one just for you. Mama says don't forget your roots. Daddy says don't forget your roots. Mama says don't forget to pray. Daddy says don't you lose your way. One day you'll hear our voices coming through your radio. forget your roots. Daddy says, don't forget your blues. Mama says, don't forget to pray. Daddy says, don't you lose your way. Mama says, don't forget your roots. Daddy says, don't forget your blues. Mama says, don't forget to pray. Daddy says, don't you lose your way. Don't you lose your way. You'll always be my small town girls.
Those are some talented young ladies right there that happen to be sisters. They are making their radio debut this morning on the Tim Kelly Show. They are the Arizona Wildflowers. Go check them out. Follow them on social media. They got a lot of followers on Facebook. I saw over 53,000. That is awesome. And that song is called Small Town Girls. They're going to be playing live in this small town of Branson, Missouri. Population only 10,000, but tourist population about 8 million a year. But they'll be here May the 18th playing at the world's #1 theme park, Silver Dollar City. Come and check them out. They're going to put on a fantastic show, and we are working out the details to get them on this show as well and do a great radio interview. As I mentioned in my opening, I've got a couple of great radio interviews that I pulled from the Tim Kelly Show interview archives a while back, and we're going to replay those for you this morning. Presley Puig, who lives around Lake Ozark, Missouri, just north of Branson, about an hour and a half or so, is going to join me in this first half hour, or the first hour today, coming up here shortly. And then in hour number 2, my good friend Linda Nicole Blair is going to join us on the program. So you're going to get to hear the stories behind their songs, and I'll play 3 of their songs each as well. How about this next gentleman? We met him a couple of times in Branson, Missouri. He's my good friend Carl Wayne Meekins from Nashville, Tennessee, and his latest single is called So I Lied. Carl Wayne Meekins on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on this Indie Wednesday.
She wanted to be happy, but she was too afraid to tell me. She didn't know what I would do with all the trouble we've been going through. She asked, would I be okay with a baby on the way? Please tell me what's on your mind. So I lied this time, telling her the truth just didn't feel right. Honestly, I believe I've got to tell her what she needs to hear to calm all her fears inside. So I lied. It's getting harder to disguise, and I can see the worry in her eyes. Her mom was waiting out in the hall. She heard me say this won't hurt at all. But when that nurse walked in with that needle in her hand, oh, Daddy, will it make me cry? So I lied this time, telling her the truth just didn't feel right. Honestly, I believe I've got to tell her what she needs to hear to calm all her fears inside. So I lied. There are times in this life when we're gonna have to decide if we love them to protect them. We're gonna have to lie. Her bags are packed and in her car, even a piece of my broken heart. Seems like only yesterday her mom was asking if I'd be okay. I'm only 4 hours away, Dad, I see you fall break. Please be alright. So I lied this time, but telling her the truth just didn't feel right. Honestly, I believe I've got to tell her what she needs to hear to calm all her fears inside. So I lied this time. So I lied this time. So I lied this time. Please forgive me, I lied.
You're listening to the Tim Kelly Show's Indie Wednesday on KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
Well, I'm standing in that pasture where you thought you had it made. That county's been hounding me, want me to hand it their way. I've held on to it so long, maybe longer than I should have. Oh, I've a dime in one hand, and they're taking that away. I said, baby, what you say? I'm leaving here today. Ain't a damn thing left in this town making me stay. My pride was in that land, you know, and I don't fit in around here no more. All that I can think about is getting away. How about today? So we packed up that old truck with everything we owned, drove as far as that road would let our 4x4 go, and walked the rest of the way. It must have took 3 days when I said this could be the place. My baby finally broke down. And she said, baby, what you say? I'm leaving here today. Ain't a damn thing left in this town making me stay. My pride was in that land, you know, and I don't fit in around here no more. All that I can think about is getting away. How about today? I said, baby, what you say? I'm leaving here today. Ain't a damn thing left in this town making me stay. My pride was in the land, you know, and I don't fit in around here no more. All that I can think about is getting away. How about today?
You're listening to the Tim Kelly Show on KICR, IndieCountryRadio.com. It is Indie Wednesday, and I've got a couple of talented young ladies that I'm going to be interviewing on the program tonight. First up is my good friend Presley Puig. How are you, my friend?
Hi, Tim. I'm doing great. Thanks for having me.
I am glad to have you on the program, and I want to give a big thank you and shout out to John Williams from Lufkin, Texas, who turned me on to you and your song "Homesick" that we're going to play for first today.
Yes, thank you. I love that he reached out to you and we were able to make this work. It was awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. You are very talented, and you're very close to where I live. You're from Missouri as well, and so that's awesome.
Well, thank you. Yep, not too far away.
Yeah, up there by Lake Ozark, Missouri, a town called Climax Springs.
Yep, I'm about 10 minutes from Lake of the Ozarks, and just a little town right off the main stretch.
Uh-huh.
And not too far from you either. So
when you say little town, is it littler than Branson, smaller than Branson?
Oh gosh, yeah. Like our population, I think is 100 and something.
Oh wow, it is small.
Oh yeah, it's like a tiny little town. It's just right on the smallest little town you go through right before you head into the bigger town of Lake of the Ozarks. So
maybe a stoplight or a yellow flashing light or something.
There's no stoplights. There's nothing. There's a $1 store and a gas station.
Wow.
All that stuff. So
you did go to Missouri State University in Springfield, Missouri, just north of us here in Branson, and you studied communications and journalism. What was your goal to do with that?
Well, I don't know if I really had a goal. I was doing a lot of music, and I was wanting to have a backup plan.
Uh-huh.
So I decided that I was going to finish my college degree, and couldn't really decide what I wanted to go into. A lot of different options.
Yeah.
And I talked to my college, career girl, and she suggested journalism because I wrote a lot. And so I was taking a lot of writing classes and creative stuff like that. And journalism also teaches you how to do interviews, how to do a lot of different communication stuff that kind of fit in with music. And I don't know, I thought that was really neat. And so I did that, and then I interned with the Springfield Business Journal. I don't know if you've heard of it or not, out of Springfield.
Uh-huh.
But wrote a lot of stuff for them. And yeah, I haven't really used my degree, but I just kind of wanted it as an option.
Yeah. Well, you're on the other end of doing an interview, and you're doing great so far.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. And that writing, that sure helps when you put lyrics to a song, doesn't it? And I always say this, I think country music tells the best stories.
That's what I try to do. I try to tell some stories, and sometimes they're not real, and sometimes they are. But I don't know. It's nice because it's an outlet. You can kind of do whatever you want with it, and it doesn't really matter either way if it's real or not, just as long as it's real to somebody. Yeah. So. Now,
how did singing start for you? Did somebody tell you had a great voice, or you've been singing since you was like 4 or 5 or something like that? Like I hear a lot.
Yeah, my mom and my dad, when I was little, I would sing all the time, and they say that my favorite was Alan Jackson. I would always be running around listening and singing Alan Jackson for forever.
Uh-huh.
And I guess when I finally got old enough to get out of my kid voice, they found out that I could, I guess, carry a couple tunes. So
yeah, well, I found that out too this last week.
Yeah, just now then.
Yep, your songs are great. I've got 3 of them we're going to play for you today on the program, and we'll talk about those in a little bit. But now I want to ask you too. Now, why country music for you? Because there's a lot of genres out there, and you're a young person, and there's pop and there's all kinds of different genres out there. But why country for you?
Well, that's what I grew up on, and so I think that's what speaks to my heart mostly, and reminds me a lot of my family that's no longer around anymore. We would always listen to songs and stuff like that, and I think I don't know, it's just something that I grew up on. I can't really see myself doing anything different. So country and bluegrass, that's really what I mostly do and what I grew up with. So
I'm glad you brought that up. We're going to play the bluegrass song. It's going to be the third one we're going to play. And you're up there close to the queen of bluegrass, Miss Rhonda Vincent. She moved up moved up to Lake Ozark, her and her husband Herb, and they're always posting on Facebook Lives and stuff like that. Herb's a pretty good cook.
yes, I talked to Rhonda a little bit, and she's like, "You're my neighbor." We always talk about living right next to each other. So
we met her a couple of years ago here in Branson at Silver Dollar City. Every year they come to Bluegrass and Barbecue, and it's like a week-long thing. And boy, it's great, man. I worked at Silver Dollar City a few summers ago too, and so yeah, it's a really neat place. And they also, I found out during the time that I was working there, owned Dollywood in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. The same family, the Hershens.
Yeah, I heard about that too. I've been to Dollywood, and I remember reading up on that. They have some of the same like rides, just a little bit different to fit in with like the Smoky Mountains and stuff like that. So that was kind of cool.
Yeah. And it's beautiful here in the Ozarks, isn't it? Especially this time of year in the fall when the trees are starting to turn. My wife and I just celebrated on October the 10th our wedding anniversary, and we got married on the back deck of what used to be a barbecue place, and the patio overlooked Table Rock Lake at the Kimberling City Bridge right there, going over to Lampe on the other side. So.
Wow, well, happy anniversary.
Thank you. It's beautiful here, and we absolutely love it. Were you born and raised in Missouri then, or did you guys move here?
Yeah, I was born here. Got my parents, both of them, they were born here too, so I haven't wandered off too far. I travel a lot, but I usually always end up coming back home.
Yep. I went to California for 4 years. My dad went to school in Escondido, California, 30 miles inland from San Diego. And that's where my love for radio became relevant to me. As a young man in my 20s, I was listening to Rick Dees out there in L.A. and Jay Thomas when he was alive back there in L.A. as well, and then the great Casey Kasem. But along came this 90s country, and I met a girl from Oklahoma, and I ended up moving to Ada, Oklahoma, where Blake Shelton's from, and spent 20 years there before coming back to Missouri, where I was actually born and raised around Joplin, Missouri. And,
nice.
My grandpa used to bring us to Silver Dollar City every year when we were kids and get us season passes. And so that started that tradition of coming to Branson, and I thought, man, it's so neat here. I want to move here one of these days. So.
Yeah, I love Branson. It's kind of the same thing with us.
Yep.
We were born, we get season passes every year and go to Silver Dollar City, and I did like a summer show with a group. It's called American Kids. I don't know if you've ever heard of that before, but it was kind of from Springfield and Branson area, and we would rotate around Silver Dollar City and Dixie Stampede, and we would do like some mall shows and stuff like that back when that was a thing. And so yeah, I've kind of made all those circles when I was younger. My mom and dad were and still are extremely supportive of everything that I do, and so that's really special.
Yeah, isn't that the best feeling? And I say that all the time. I was telling you off the air, I've interviewed some artists as young as 10 years old and watching their careers, for the last 12 years that I've been doing this radio program. And it's sure neat to see that mom and dad, if they believe their child has talent, they back them 150%.
Oh, yeah.
Mom, a lot of time, is what they call the momager, the manager and the mom of their careers, and helps them with all that stuff that needs to be done. So it is really neat to see. Now, about a year ago, you did in Branson, Branson Country USA at the Grand Country Music Hall. I saw you performing there. That was awesome, too.
Yeah, that was so neat. I watched that show all the time, and my grandma, who is now passed, but we would always watch that show together on Sunday nights, and so it was really special for me to get to do that, and it was a lot of fun.
Well, hopefully we can meet one of these days in Branson, and I've got some contacts that might be able to get you a show or two booked, and it's getting close to Christmas, and they're already in November. They start doing their Christmas shows in Branson. You know how it is here, and then they shut down for 2 or 3 months and come back strong in March or April or something like that. So, but yeah, and I also was going to say I'm playing the episodes, weekly episodes of Branson Country USA on my website too. So I wished I'd have been doing that a year ago because I would have had your episode on there. It's a fantastic episode. So for folks that haven't heard of or haven't seen Branson Country USA, you can click that tab on my website and look up the one that Presley Puig, it's Puig, is in, and we'll talk about your social media here in just a little bit. Now, I want to ask you too, do you have any siblings, and if so, are they into music like you or musically inclined?
Yeah, I have a sister who is 19. She plays a little bit of mandolin. Never really stuck with it too much, but she can pick around and stuff like that. And but she's more into crafty stuff. She makes quilts and clothes and all that stuff. She's really talented in that way.
My wife just heard that. She's the same way, exactly. She's actually working on one right now, and she hasn't seen her aunt in about 7 years. We just took a trip to Cross Plains, Texas. It's a little bitty town of 899 people on the other side of Dallas-Fort Worth, where she grew up in Dallas and Fort Worth area, and she hadn't seen her aunt in about 7 years, and so she actually gave her a quilt that she had been working on. So yeah, she's the same way. She's very crafty in that area too. So that's awesome. Yeah. Now, were you self-taught or did you take lessons playing instruments?
I never took lessons. I took, I guess, mandolin lessons for maybe 6 months or so. But as far as guitar, I had a family member show me some chords, and then I kind of ran with it. So,
there you go.
Yeah,
I love that.
I played that a lot, and I kind of backed off the mandolin a little bit. My boyfriend is a bluegrasser. He's that's mandolin is his thing, and I'm not as good as he is, so I just leave that to him. So.
Isn't that a popular instrument? I hear that one all the time in people playing instruments. The mandolin comes up quite a bit.
Oh yeah, it's pretty neat, and I wish that I was, I would love to just be able to play amazing, on the mandolin and all that stuff. It's a really hard instrument to play. Yeah. It's hard, and so I just kind of shifted my focus to guitar because that really, if you're doing stuff by yourself and you're writing and doing all this stuff, you really need to know how to play the guitar most of all. So. Yep. That's kind of what I focused on.
The only instrument I've ever learned to play was the radio. When I went to broadcasting school, they showed you how to push play. I'm still doing it.
Well, you're doing it great.
Thank you. I want to push play on Homesick, but first I want to hear the story behind the song. That's why I love doing these interviews. So tell us about this one and how it came about.
This is a song that I wrote. So my grandma, she was a woman who was really very close to me, and she passed away almost 3 years ago, and it was a really difficult time in my life because I was getting ready to just move out on my own for the very first time, and she died the day after Christmas, and I moved out January 12th or something like that. Wow. And we always lived right next to each other. She lived just the house right next door. And so that was really hard on me, and I didn't really know how to act because, I don't know, I just always pictured having her to talk to, when I was out doing things on my own. She was like my second mom. We were just really close, and so it was really hard on me having to navigate life, and I spent my whole life just could not wait to grow up and get out. I wanted to move out. I wanted to move in with my friends. I wanted to go to college. I wanted to do all this stuff. And so I took a lot of things for granted. And that's kind of how this song came up. And realizing that I can go home whenever I want to, but home's not going to be the same anymore. And so, yeah, I wrote this song in my little college apartment. And I wanted to do something to give her a little bit of a shout out and write something that was really meaningful to me. So
Don't our
Yeah.
grandparents make such a big impact in our lives? Like I was telling you, my grandparents on
Yeah.
my mom's side started bringing us here to Silver Dollar City and getting us those season passes. But my grandma on my dad's side is who I was super close to as well. And when my
Yeah.
mom and dad got divorced, I was about 15 years old, and I lived with my grandma on my dad's side for about 2.5 years. About when I was 17, I started living with her for a couple of years till I was about 19. So
Yeah.
I miss her deeply, you know, and I always thought she was going to live to be like 100 years old. And, you know, she got leukemia and passed away at 89, and that was really hard on me too. So I'm right there with you. You know, we have that special relationship with our grandparents and miss them deeply.
Yes, absolutely. I hope she's looking down and she likes the songs.
Yeah, absolutely. And isn't that a neat thing that you have the talent to do that, you know, to be able to remember them by putting their story in a song?
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
I love that.
I do.
Where did you go to record this? Let's give a big shout out to the recording studio.
Sure. Nashville, Tennessee. It was a place I worked with a man named Chris Latham.
Uh-huh.
He's done a lot of cool things. He's is a Grammy Award winning editor and mixer, and so he did this song. I recorded it at his house, and then the music was recorded in Brentwood, Tennessee, with a lot of amazing players. Oh my gosh, I've done a lot of cool things, and that was at the Watershed Recording Studio.
Awesome.
So yeah.
It's very well done because it caught my attention. This is the first song that John sent to me, and he said, you got to hear this one, and you might want to talk to this young lady. And so I had you send me a couple of more songs so we could do 3 on the interview. And I absolutely, truly believe that you do have that talent that I can call your music new country's best. That's our tagline, and I can say it behind every one of your songs.
Thank you very much.
You are welcome. I'm going to say it right now. We're going to play Homesick from Presley Puig, and then we're going to come back and talk to her some more on the Tim Kelly Show on KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on this Indie Wednesday.
16, I thought I knew so much. And 18, couldn't come quick enough. I'd buy a car, drive so far, and finally get away from this little town I thought was holding me down. Then 18, I couldn't wait to be 21. I always thought about all the fun I'd finally have, but things don't always work out like you planned. I've learned that. My daddy always told me not to wish my years away. I wish I had understood all the things he'd say. And now I'm homesick for the time I can't get back, and I'm missing the life that I once had. If you could take me back, I'd learn to trust, not worry too much, 'cause time is the greatest gift of all. It's been a while since I've been back home. Things have changed, and I can't help but smile. Thinking back, I'd pull up, my old dog come running up. Now he's buried back behind the pond at the farm I grew up on. And now I'm homesick for the time I can't get back, and I'm missing the life that I once had. If you could take me back, I'd learn to love harder than I've ever done, 'cause you've only got one life to make things right, and I wanna try. I passed the house my grandma used to live in. she's still here. Wish she was still here. Now I'm homesick for the time I can't get back, and I'm missing the life that I once had. If you could take me back, I learned to hug all the people that I love a little harder. I stay a little bit longer.
Her name is Presley Puig. That is called Homesick. You just heard the story behind it, and that is a fantastic job on that song. You are really, really talented, and congratulations on that one. We're going to blow it up for you.
No, thank you. I hope so.
Absolutely. We're going to put it on 7 radio stations tonight, and then this show is on Amazon and iHeartRadio and Spotify and all that other kind of stuff. And we've been having just as much fun off the air as we're having on the air talking too. So
Yes, we have been. Yeah.
yeah, getting to know each other. And like I said, one of these days, if you come to Branson, or I hope to see you in Branson, we'll have to definitely meet in person. We'll go out to eat or something, take some pictures.
Yeah.
Do some stuff on Facebook and social media, and maybe get you in a show here in Branson too. So
Yeah, that'd be fantastic.
Yeah.
I go to Branson quite often, so we'll talk and maybe set something up.
absolutely, love to see you perform here. And this next song is called "Like the Rain." Tell us the story about that one.
So that is not from this album that's dropping in January.
Mhm.
So Homesick and Bluegrass Rhymes and 5 or 6 other songs are going to be on the album that comes out in January called
Okay.
Keep the Change. And but this song, Like the Rain, is from the very first album that I cut out of Hendersonville, Tennessee, with a man named Mike Shrimp. And so we did this song and 10 other songs. Some I wrote, some were covers. And it's interesting. I love to listen to this one because to me, I sound different in it. I sound younger and a little less maybe experienced.
Uh-huh.
So I like being able to document, how different I sound over the years after I've been working a lot and growing up, being a little bit more mature and all that stuff. So
Yeah.
this song is one of the first songs that I wrote. And so it always holds a special place in my heart. But yeah, it's just interesting because this is me about 5 years ago,
Uh-huh.
5 or 6 years ago. So
Okay.
yeah,
Awesome. That's about the time you started your publishing company as well. You also have your own publishing company,
Mhm.
so congratulations on that.
thank you. Yeah, I was kind of told that if you're going to start writing your own songs and being an independent artist, doing it without a label and all that stuff, you needed to make sure you were, copyrighted and protected and you have all your rights and stuff like that. So that's what I did, and all my songs live under my publishing company.
That's right. And that's really important, man. I'll tell you what, I get pitched a lot of music, as you can imagine, for doing this show for the last
Sure.
12 years. And I see a lot of song titles, and like I say, I don't really know what the story is until I interview the artist, and that's why I love doing these interviews, is to hear those stories. But a lot of them are just like one-word titles. I've got 5 songs right now by different artists, and they're all different, titled Montana. I've got 5 or 6 that are just entitled Drive. So, yeah, it's pretty important to copyright and protect that stuff, huh?
Oh yeah, absolutely,
So,
absolutely. Yeah.
Definitely. Hey, I wanted to ask you, too, now, you mentioned cover songs. Who is some of the folks that influenced you in the world of country music that made you want to do it, and some of the favorite covers that you like to do in a show?
Oh man. Well, probably my favorite all-time artist is Patti Loveless.
Oh, nice.
I love her. I try to copy some of her little vocal things that she throws in her songs. I just love that.
Mhm.
So I do a lot of her stuff. Rhonda Vincent, of course. I
Yep.
grew up with Rhonda Vincent as well. So anytime I do anything bluegrass related, I pull from her catalog. And I always also loved Leanne Womack. If we're talking about like heartbreak and
Yeah.
cheating country songs. I pulled from her list a lot as well. So
I hope you
I don't know, I'm
dance.
kind of all over the place. Yes.
Man, I've got that. All of those are on my classic country radio station. It plays 24/7 on my website. It's commercial free, and you'll hear my voice on there and a couple of other guys that wanted to lend their voice to doing some radio liners for me on there. But that classic country, that's the goal of you guys, isn't it, as an independent artist, to have a song that resonates with somebody so much that maybe 25 years from now we're still playing it on the radio.
Absolutely. I would love to. I would like to be known as an artist like that. I would much rather be known for a good traditional country singer songwriter than somebody who maybe sold out and is not doing the kind of music that they really wanted to do.
That is exactly what I love to tell those stories on this radio program, and I always give kudos to folks like you who are keeping traditional country music alive. It is amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah. And, Alabama always said, you got to have a fiddle in the band, and I love hearing the steel guitar, and we got a guy that we became really close with. His name is Michael T. Hermsmeyer, plays with the Nashville Roadhouse live show at the Pierce Arrow. He is fantastic on the steel guitar, and then he can cover Charlie Daniels and Devil Went Down to Georgia on the fiddle, too.
Oh, wow. So multi-talented.
Yeah. So there is a lot of that in Branson, isn't there? Some real talent here, but, they call it the live show capital of the world because based on how many theater seats are here, and I don't even know if you knew this, but I learned this presentation when I used to sell timeshare for a place here in Branson. There are more theater seats in Branson than there are in Broadway in New York City. Did you know that?
I did not know that, no.
Yes. 58,000 theater seats here in Branson and just a little over 50,000 in Broadway in New York City.
Oh,
So
wow.
we got them beat.
Yeah, you do.
And, there's a lot of places to play, and unfortunately, we've lost some of these folks that used to have theaters here, like Glenn Campbell and Mickey Gilley and Roy Clark, back in the day when Branson was just getting started. And so you guys keeping traditional country music alive is kind of really paying tribute to those folks that we've lost in years gone by.
Mm-hmm.
So
Absolutely.
keep doing your thing. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
Where can folks find Presley Puig if they want to look you up on social media?
Sure. So you can just type in name on Facebook, Presley Puig. I have a public, I don't really know what it's called. It's like a public friend page. So we're not friends. And I also have a actual music page, Official Presley Music, and it's all one word together.
Okay.
I do a lot of posts on Facebook and TikTok, and TikTok is Officially Presley. So I do, those two are my main ones, and I do have an Instagram, but I don't really post much music on there. Kind of stopped messing with Instagram. I need to get back into it, but that's just Official Presley Music as well.
I'm the same way on Instagram. I don't know why. I just don't do a whole lot over there. I have an account, but I'm really blowing it up now. My daughter told me I need to get on TikTok Live and start doing my show over there. So I'm at Tim Kelly on Air over there at TikTok.
Tim Kelly, well, I will go and follow you.
So I'll do the same. I'll follow you right back. Yeah. And you guys do the same, too. Go follow Presley Puig. It is Puig on all social media. And check out those other songs that we're not playing tonight. She's got lots more music, but we're going to play Like the Rain and Bluegrass Rhymes that we talked about in the interview tonight. Thanks for a great radio interview today, and we'll see you on the radio for sure on Triple Play Thursday and New Music Friday as well. We'll play you on all those shows.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for doing it, and we appreciate the time. Like the Rain from Presley Puig on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on this Indie Wednesday.
Your memory when it keeps following me all around this big old house, and there's the front door another day is come and gone, while I'm still holding on to what's left of yesterday. Maybe tomorrow I'll be better. Maybe you're leaving won't matter. My tears are falling down like the rain on my window, baby. The only way to make the sun appear is if you are here. My faith is breaking like my heart I gave you, baby. You decided to leave. You decided you'd never love me.
Another hour of the best in new country starts now on Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
Blue moon of Kentucky and mule skinner blues. Ruby, are you mad? There's Little Maggie too. Foggy Mountain breakdown, some good old Mountain Dew. Swing that 9-pound hammer, play Rocky Top too. Let me hear those bluegrass rhymes, that high and lonesome sound. Please just play them one more time. It's bluegrass in the round. There's some John Deere tractor out mountain girls can love. Pretty Polly on the wings of a snow white dove. A man of constant sorrow ain't stranger again. Though it's high on that mountain, can't forget Uncle Pen. Let me hear those bluegrass rhymes, that high and lonesome sound. Please just play them one more time. It's bluegrass in the Bill Monroe, Jimmy Martin, Flat and Scrubs too. Ralph and Carter Stanley, all the Osborne crew. Dan McCurry, Doc Watson, Tony Rice, picking blues. Keith Willie, Ricky Skaggs, everybody's tried and true. Let me hear those bluegrass rhymes, that high and lonesome sound. Please just play them one more time.
is called Bluegrass Rhymes, and you also heard Homesick in that set. Those are two songs from her brand new album that just dropped in January. We did this interview back in the fall, but you can go get that album right now from Presley Puig. It is Puig on her last name, and it is fantastic. And I want to thank her for a fantastic interview, and we had a great replay of it today, and folks are still loving the music that we play for Presley Puig, and I can't wait until we meet in Branson, Missouri, the live show capital of the world. That is where I'm hanging out right now, ladies and gentlemen. I'm on my website at KICRIndieCountryRadio.com. I'm also on YouTube at KICR Indie Country Radio, and I'm hanging out with all the fine folks over here on TikTok at Tim Kelly On Air. So come and join us in the live show today, and we got 2 more hours of that great new country's best music that we're going to keep playing, and another great radio interview. At the bottom half of this hour, I'll have Linda Nicole Blair. We did a great radio interview last year as well, and that is also from the Tim Kelly Show interview archives. Let's kick off hour number 2 with a great artist by the name of Gary P. Nunn. His single is called I Wasn't Born in Texas on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on an Indie Wednesday.
I know a place where the sunset paints a rainbow across the sky, where the moon in all its splendor puts a gleam in every pretty girl's eye, where the ladies love their outlaws like every good cowgirl should. No, I wasn't born in Texas, y'all, but I got here quick as I could. God bless Texas, where the pretty blue bonnets grow. Every day there's a rodeo, and you can catch a Willie Nelson show. I've been around the world and I never found a place that makes me feel as good. No, I wasn't born in Texas, y'all, but I got here quick as I could. Well, you know, I've seen a lot of pretty places in my time, and some faces I'll never see again. But I swear to my soul, the Texas Hill Country I know is as close to heaven as I've ever been. And I swear I've never seen a prettier woman than I have down in old San Antonio. But you see, that's just one more good reason I got to make Texas my new home. God bless Texas, where the pretty blue bonnets grow. Every day there's a rodeo, jukebox and a sawdust floor. I've been around the world and I never found a place that makes me feel as good. No, I wasn't born in Texas, y'all, but I got here quick as I could. No, I wasn't born in Texas, y'all, but I got here quick as I could.
Great country tunes on the radio.
Get it? Today's country.
Country lives right here. Country is what we do. Today's country. More of today's new country now.
I love the music.
You're listening to KICR Indie Country Radio, syndicated worldwide, playing new country's best.
Now this is my kind of country. New country. New country. New country.
I know it's late, but this couldn't wait. I just had to call you. Is Dad around? Are you sitting down? If not, you might wanna I just found out a few minutes ago, and I wanted you to be the first to know I'm gonna have a baby mama. And I can't wait. We're already picking names out. What do you think? Do you see pink or blue in this house? I know I'm ready, but I'm still scared. And I thank God for these answered prayers. But honestly, I wonder how I'm gonna raise one when I still feel like a baby mama. You're a baby mama. When do they start walking? How about talking or sleeping through the night? I know I'll learn, but when it's your first, how do you know you're doing it right? I hope it's true what they say, that I'm a lot like you. I know I'll make mistakes, 'cause I've still got some growing up to do. But I can't wait. We're already picking names out. What do you think? Do you see pink or blue in this house? I know I'm ready, but I'm still scared. And I thank God for these answered prayers. But honestly, I wonder how I'm gonna raise one when I still feel like a baby mama. Ain't it crazy that your baby's gonna have a baby mama? And I can't wait. We're already picking names out. What do you think? Do you see pink or blue in this house? I know I'm ready, but I'm still scared. And I thank God for these answered prayers. But honestly, I wonder how I'm gonna raise one when I still feel like a baby mama. Like a baby mama.
She is an alumni artist of NBC's The Voice. She was on Team Blake, and she took some time away from music to become a baby mama. That is her latest single right there. Her name is Mary Sarah. She makes some great country music, and we're glad she's back in the world of music doing it. Baby Mama, go check it out. And there's a great video to that you can check out on YouTube as well. This next artist is my good friend. His name is Dylan Gray, and he is chatting with me live on Facebook right now. Let's play his song. It is called Working Man's Prayer. Dylan Gray on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR. Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on this Indie Wednesday.
Lord, I don't know what you see in me with these cards you keep on dealing me. I know there's a reason, but God, please give me a sign. I'm trying to hold tough, trying to make it through, but there's only so much I can do. Feel I'm doing my best just to survive. I'm trying to put food on the table, trying to make time for my kids. I'm trying to raise them right in a world screwed up as this. These days, Lord, it's hard to make a living down here between hell and heaven. I can't never get ahead no matter how hard I try. Hell, I'm working 2 jobs, yet I still don't have a dime. I love my wife and I love my kids. I hope that I can do right by them. I ain't praying for money, Lord, I'm just praying for time. I'm trying to put food on the table, trying to make time for my kids. I'm trying to raise them right in a world screwed up as this. These These days, Lord, it's hard to make a living down here between hell and heaven. Lord, I know that you're busy, so I'll try to hold my breath, but I'm drowning down here. And Lord, I'm scared to death, trying to put food on the table, trying to make time for my kids. I'm trying to raise them right in a world screwed up as this. These days, Lord, it's hard to make a living. These days, Lord, it's hard to make a living down here between hell and heaven. Down here between hell and heaven.
Tim in the morning. What does that mean?
Are you responsible for the strange sounds I heard emanating from my radio this morning?
We apologize for what he said.
Blah, 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 blah.
We have no idea. We're just making it up as we go along.
The guy's awesome.
I'm jacked up on Mountain Dew.
You're listening to the Tim Kelly Show's Indie Wednesday on KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
First day in school for the new kid in town. He's off by himself on the playground, all alone. The boys are playing ball. He tries to join in. He says, I'm a good shortstop, but they just laugh at him. So he goes home. He says, Mama, I hate it here. Then he runs to his room, then cries a million tears. Little hearts break too. They feel pain just the same as grown-ups do, just in smaller pieces. Little hearts break too. Then there's little Lisa from the wrong side of the tracks. The girls make fun of her clothes when they talk behind her back. They don't see her cry. In a ragged old coat and holes in her shoes, she tries to blend in with the crowd. That's impossible to do. There's nowhere to hide. She's too young to understand, and it hurts her mom and dad, who do the best that they can. Little hearts break too. They feel pain just the same as grown-ups do, just in smaller pieces. Little hearts break too. There's a little boy who sees his mama cry as his daddy says goodbye. Little hearts break too. While they feel pain just the same as grown-ups do,
Her name is Jaden Riley. That is Jadyn, and Riley is RYlee. You can check out the video to Little Hearts on my TV channel. That is ICTV, Indie Country Television. That tab is at the top of the homepage of my website at KICR, What a talented young lady. She also happens to work with Clarksville Creative Sound. They are sponsors of the Tim Kelly Show, and their logo is scrolling across the TV screen right now, live on YouTube, and we're live on TikTok at Tim Kelly On Air, and you can also check out my sponsors tab on my website as well, and I thank every one of them for being on the sponsors tab, and we appreciate your support of this program. This next artist is also an alumni artist of Team Blake of NBC's The Voice, and he did a great duet with Mary Sarah, who I just played one of her songs here just a few songs ago, but we're going to do this combination right now. Jared Harder with Mary Sarah. This is called Closer on the Tim Kelly Show on KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on this Indie Wednesday.
A newborn baby wrapped in mama's arms so tight. The first smell of fall on a late September night. The way a stranger turns to a friend over a drink. We're all closer than we think. When a pretty little smile can make your dreams come true. An unexpected whisper when love sneaks up on you. Sunday at Grandma's house with fresh tomatoes in the sink. We're all closer than we think. Moments like this, money just can't buy. But we all feel it in these snapshots of life. Red, yellow, black or white. City gray and John Deere green. We're all closer than we think. Big yellow setting sun on a dusty desert road. An old forgotten song on the AM radio.
A child's bedtime prayer. I pray the Lord my soul to keep.
We're all closer than we think. Moments like this, money just can't buy. But we all feel it in these snapshots of life. Red, yellow, black or white. City gray and John Deere green. We're all closer than we think. Moments like this, money just can't buy. But we all feel it in these snapshots of life. Red, yellow, black or white. City gray or John Deere green. Red, yellow, black or white. City gray or John Deere green. We're all closer than we think.
country.
Indie Country Radio, New Country's best.
No matter how I'm feeling, through all the ups and downs, the best way to deal with any questions about myself are sitting in these songs upon my record shelf. I don't need no preacher, and I don't need to see no shrink. I don't need no dealer, and I don't need to have a drink. I just gotta hear that song that helps me out to think. Every time I drop the needle, I James Brown, the Stones, the Beatles, it's everything I need to get me right, or get me feeling good for Saturday night. Little skinny when I hit the road, the man in black when I'm feeling low, and everything I need to get me by. See this soundtrack to my life, and when I'm wrong, there's always gonna be that song. And when I'm wrong, there's always gonna be that song. There's a song for lovers, there's a song for your best friend, one for dads and daughters, songs for when you reach the end, ones that tell us who we are and show us where we've been. There's the songs right from the start that mama sent to soothe our hearts, ones that bring us together, ones when we drift apart. Sometimes the song that means the most was never on the charts. Every time I see that label spinning around on my turntable, time to dance with Milton John. Me and my friends start singing along. Gotta break out the Hank and Willie to impress that girl that I think is pretty. Everything is alright with this soundtrack to my life, and when I'm wrong, there's always gonna be that song. And when I'm wrong, there's always gonna be that song. Ups and downs, the best way to deal with any questions about myself are sitting in these songs upon my record shelf.
You're listening to the Tim Kelly Show on KICR Indie Country Radio. It is Indie Wednesday, and I'm playing lots of great original new country music, but I've got a great couple of interviews today, and Miss Linda Nicole Blair is with us for a great radio interview, and I'm excited to play 3 of your songs. How are you, my friend?
I'm doing great.
I am too, and thanks for doing the show. I appreciate the time.
Oh, absolutely. I appreciate the opportunity.
Yeah, we've been talking back and forth here for a little while, and we reached out to each other and set up a great radio interview, so I'm excited to talk to you today. And so you're from the state of Washington.
I am not from the state of Washington. I'm from the state of Mississippi.
Mississippi originally, okay. That gives away the accent now. I hear it.
Yeah, I was born and raised in Laurel, Mississippi, so.
Okay, just like Faith Hill. She's a Mississippi girl and did quite well with that song.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, absolutely. So what took you out to Washington, though?
Oh, my. Well, that's a long story. I'll cut to the chase, though. I met my husband in 1990, 1989, I guess, 1989, and we, felt love story, fell in love, and he's from this area. And so when I got married, I moved out here.
Okay, awesome. You know, that happened to me just about 1990. I met my wife that happened to live, she was from southeast Oklahoma, in Ada, Oklahoma, where Blake Shelton's from. And I had been living in San Diego for 4 years. That's where I went to broadcasting school to be doing something in radio. But it was a major market there. And so when I moved to Oklahoma, I got my first radio job at McAllister, Oklahoma. But we got married in 1992.
Oh, nice. Okay, we've been married about the same amount of time then.
Yeah, that 90s country got me wanting to do something in country radio, wasn't it? Some good stuff?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and you got some good music, too. Your song, Montana, is fantastic.
Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Yeah, thanks for reaching out to me. You teach classes other than music, though. You got a degree, a PhD in literature or something?
Yes, I did. I went to the University of Tennessee and got my PhD in literature, and I've been teaching altogether, I guess. I've been teaching since 1981, maybe, because I was in graduate school. But officially been teaching in college since about 1990.
Uh-huh.
So a long time.
Wow.
I've been teaching a long time.
You stay really busy. I saw you do a blog, you write songs, you sing, of course, and record music. But it said that you used to live at these writers' rounds and things like that.
Oh, yeah. I go as many, singer-songwriter events that I can, open mics.
Open mics, yeah.
I try to do as much as I possibly can to get out there and sing and share music with other singer-songwriters. It's really awesome. I've met some great people that way.
Yeah. You're way past the stage fright age or phase, aren't you?
Oh, yeah. Pretty much.
How long
you always get a little, hyped up before you sing, but yeah.
Or get on a radio interview like this.
Yeah.
Yep, same here. I've been doing this a long time, and I still get a little bit nervous. Never know who you're going to talk to through the airwaves. And do this long enough, you're just going to meet everybody that wants to be a country music star. And you sure got some great music. Now, how long you been singing?
Oh gosh, my whole life.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I started playing the piano when I was 5.
Yeah.
And took piano lessons. I got my first degree in piano music, and just kind of, I guess, marrying the music and the literature together, in that way, I guess, with songwriting. But I've been writing poems and stories my whole life too, so it just kind of, I don't know,
yeah,
kind of all came together.
Yep. That is awesome. And I saw since 2009, so that's 15 years, getting ready to be 16, that you started learning to play the guitar and writing songs.
Right. And guitar music kind of ran in my family. My dad played the guitar. My brothers played. We've had a musical family. My mother was also a songwriter. One of her hymns was published in a hymnal back in the day. So.
Wow. Now, are you self-taught playing the guitar, or did you actually have a teacher for that too?
No, I took lessons.
Yep.
I've had a couple of guitar teachers, formal teachers, but then, when you're out playing open mics and, working at this craft for a long time, and probably there are people that have been doing this longer than I have, obviously, but, you pick up things,
Yeah.
And so I always consider myself a student of the guitar. I never stop learning.
Yeah. You're a published author, too, as far as your interest in literature has taken you to have a book published in 2017, I think I saw. So tell us about that, because music is all about stories set to rhythm, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, that's right. Well, the book was focused on female poets and female singer-songwriters, and so I was trying to sort of link, the poetry of one of the very first woman poet in America, Anne Bradstreet, started the whole thing for me, and so I sort of started to try to link American poetry and Americana song lyrics, and so I wrote about Anne Bradstreet and Bradley Carlisle, and Rhiannon Giddens and Phyllis Wheatley and Lucinda Williams and Emily Dickinson.
Mm-hmm.
Those were the
focus of my book. And then I also got to interview people at Americana Fest in 2019, and like I met Michaela Neller. I don't know if you know Michaela's music, but she's great.
No.
And just a lot of different influences. And so I wanted to put all of those women in the book to just sort of honor them and then also really uplift women.
Yeah. Isn't that something? You know, the women of country music are just tearing it up right now. Last year, Lainey Wilson wins CMA Entertainer of the Year. I've had a couple of artists that I've played as independents. My good friend Mae Estes, she just got signed to Big Machine Records. Taylor Austin Dive, my good friend, she just got signed to Warner Music Nashville. It's sure been fun doing this show over the last 12 years and watching their careers blossom. The women of country, they're fantastic.
That is fabulous. I know there's so many incredible women out there music that I haven't heard yet. So it's always a lot of fun to discover new music.
Well, and speaking of that, I hadn't heard of you either until you reached out to me, and I never know what's going to land in my email, and I'm sure glad your music did. And, you know, I see a lot of song titles, and in fact, I've got several songs called Montana, and they're all different, and yours included. So tell us about your song. And I've been to Montana. It's beautiful.
It is beautiful. Well, my husband and I were over there. We took a road trip over there. We had some things going on, and so we went to this little town in Montana, and it was just so beautiful. And I'm always looking for inspirations for songs, and it just made a huge impression on me. The scenery was just incredible, and I don't know, and I just started fooling around with the song, and it took me about, I don't know, a few months to kind of get it the way I wanted it. And, you know, just kind of made up a story.
I love it. You know, I talked to Gary Patrick before your interview tonight. He's got a brand new single called Montana Moon, and I was telling him that I drove a pilot escort vehicle, which is behind a wide load, and I was the rear car, and we went we started in Burlington, Colorado, went through Wyoming and up through Montana, clear up to Sweetgrass, Montana, and dropped that load off right there at the border of Canada. So, yeah, we had to travel through Montana at night, and we had the state police that had to escort us, too. You couldn't go during the daytime. But I got to see a lot of Montana coming back during the daytime, and, man, is it beautiful. Waterfalls, streams, right there on the side of the road.
Yeah, it is gorgeous.
Yeah, they call it Big Sky Country, and I don't know if you know the story of David Letterman, who hosted the Late Show with David Letterman for years, but he bought property up in Montana, and when he quit doing the Late Show, that's where he resides too.
Oh, nice. Well, good choice for him.
Yeah, absolutely. So, and I bet you they're already getting some winter weather too.
I bet they are. A lot of snow.
Yep. And you may be too in Washington. I've got a cousin that lives in Oregon, and I just interviewed another artist from that direction over there in Oregon originally. So, yep.
Oh.
So I know it's a lot of wet weather. You guys get a lot of rain and things.
Oh, yeah. We get a lot of rain.
Sure been terrible to see what's happened in Florida, though, recently with those two hurricanes.
I know.
And so our thoughts and prayers go out to them. I've got a lot of folks that I'm friends with in Florida, and a lot of them that are artists that I've interviewed on this program. In fact, we just met one in Branson about 2-3 months ago before this tornado. He was showing pictures of tornadoes with this last hurricane that came through. So, yeah, it was.
Oh, yeah.
It escaped his place, but a lot of folks that I'm friends with, you know, unfortunately lost some stuff. And so our prayers go out to them. And I know from being in the Joplin, Missouri tornado back in 2011 how devastating that was. And to contribute to these different organizations, make sure your money's going to the right one. But there was free food all over town and things like that, and people just trying to help everybody. And it really it brought people together more than it separated people, and that was good to see. So, you know, music does the same thing. It's therapeutic, isn't it? It brings people together.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And isn't that why you want to do it?
Yeah, you know, it's, when you play music, it's just kind of, I mean, it just gets inside of you. I mean, I can't imagine not doing music. It's just a part of who I am. It's a basic part of me.
Yep.
So it's just natural for me.
And it's a good way to raise funds if you want to have a situation where, you know, there's a hurricane relief efforts and things like that. You know, there's a lot of music involved in that. So it's a good way to put your time and efforts out there and people donate to it. So that's always good to see when folks do that too. You know, one thing that we didn't mention, it says that you grew up playing the piano too. And there's a lot of piano in great country music songs. Like I always talk about Ronnie Millsap and Smoky Mountain Rain, but a lot of those classic country songs have a lot of piano in them too, don't they?
Yeah, they really do. I hadn't thought about it that way, but yeah.
Yeah, and so that's a talent. You got a degree in music, but then you decided to switch your focus to literature. Was it the stories that are told in literature that really got to you, or what?
Well, I just, like I said, I mean, I've always written stories myself, and I've always loved stories and literature my whole life, but I also love music, so it's kind of, I don't know, I just wanted to do both, I guess.
That's the beauty of it. That's the beauty of it. Best of both worlds. You know, I don't play music, but I always wanted to be on the radio. So when I was a young man, I used to talk into an empty Folgers coffee can to get that little bit of reverb, and I would practice announcing the songs. And that's what I get to do, is put my voice over your music and introduce you to the world.
Well, I know I totally appreciate this, and I know so many other people do, so thank you so much.
You're welcome. It says that you would describe your style as Americana, too, and I say this about that genre and any genre. If it sounds country, I'm going to play it on the radio, but there's a lot of Americana that is mixed with country or really sounds like a country song, so that's what I love to put on the radio.
Oh, yeah, I do, too. I think Americana is just it's a broader genre label. It includes a lot of different kinds of things. Like, I don't know if you know Yola or not, but Yola's music, she's from England, and she came to America, and when she was at Americana Fest in 2019, that was her first appearance there. And, you know, very just kind of a mix. She does some stuff that sounds old country, and then she does some stuff that sounds more like soul. Yeah. And so it's just kind of, you know, it's a great sound.
That's awesome. I just talked to an artist actually today that same way. She says that her music is described with a lot of soul in it. That's a genre that I hadn't heard before in country music, but I love that. You had
soul, country, and blues. It's all kind of mixed together.
You had a full-length CD. I want to ask you about this title. It was called Little Queenie. Tell us about that one.
Oh, Little Queenie. That's my first CD. That came out in 2016. And, you know, I don't know. I was kind of looking for a title for that. And then I think I wrote a song. I wrote the song. I can't remember which came first. I guess I wrote the song first. Anyway, it's just kind of a celebration of women. I like to uplift other women and celebrate that. And so the picture that's on the front of the CD is of me when I was 5 years old, and my mother had me dressed up in my dance costume, and she put me outside, and she wanted to take pictures. And so I thought that was pretty funny. And so I just drew like a little crown on the head of that photograph. It's kind of corny, but, you know, it's just a song about just celebrating women and feeling good about, you know, as a woman and what you're doing as a woman. So.
Just the title of that captured my attention, and so I wanted to ask you about that. So, that is really neat. And, you know, it's funny. There's so many people out there in music trying to make it, trying to get heard. And you got to do something different, unique, and there's a lot of women right now, and I play a great balance of both. I love to play women in country music, men, groups, bands, whatever.
Yeah.
And I do this show on Thursdays called Triple Play Thursday. I don't know of anybody else in radio that plays 3 women in a row or 3 songs from a woman in a row. I do that. And
I think that's great. We really appreciate it.
You're welcome. And we're going to do it today on this Indie Wednesday, too, because I do it during the interviews, too. So we're going to give you 3 songs today, too. But it's something that you got to be a little bit unique and different and stand out from the crowd, don't you?
Yeah, I think so. And you got to celebrate your roots and your interests. And,
Absolutely. Well, this Montana song, if this was made up in a fictional song, you really nailed this. I love it.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. So it tells a great story. We're going to let the folks listen to that, and we're going to come back and talk some more with Linda Nicole Blair. This is Montana on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on this Indie Wednesday.
I was lonely as the dark settles in. My radio's busted, lost the signal again. My mind is on the road, but my heart's home with you in Montana. Miles unfold as the moon begins to rise. I just keep driving, gotta open up my eyes. Every car I pass brings me 1 mile closer to Montana, to Montana. The night is growing colder, but every hour I feel bolder. Without you, my dreams went up in flames. Now you in Montana won't stop calling my name. My coming Oh, Montana, I'm on my way back home. Oh, Montana, my baby's there. This love is making me strong. Well, there were all kinds of reasons for leaving you behind, but only one reason for me being so blind. I'm worn out from grieving, so I'm headed home to Montana, to Montana. The night is growing colder, but every hour I feel bolder. Without you, my dreams went up in flames. Now you in Montana won't stop calling my name. The highway's lonely as the dark settles in. My radio's busted, lost the signal again. My mind is on the road, but my heart's on with you. Every car I pass brings me 1 mile closer. I'm worn out from grieving, so I'm headed home. I'm headed home to Montana, to Montana, to Montana, Montana.
Her name is Linda Nicole Blair. The song is Montana. Put that one on your playlist, ladies and gentlemen. That is a fantastic song, and you just got to hear the story behind it. Very well done. Congratulations on that one.
Thank you so much.
You are welcome. And, boy, I sure hope to hear more from you. I got 3 of your great songs, but later on down the road, if you want to come out with something new and pitch to me, be sure to hit me up again, and we'll do this again. It's been a lot of fun talking to you.
Oh, I definitely will. Thank you so much.
Yeah, absolutely. And you're doing your part to keep the music alive, and especially paying homage to the women that you were talking about earlier, and being a woman in country music. I love that because I love playing a wide variety from the male, female, and everybody on the program.
Well, Well, thank you, and this is a great venue. We really appreciate you.
Absolutely. You know, on this radio station, we're syndicated on about 7 others around the country and around the world. You're getting to perform tonight in other countries and do a worldwide tour without leaving your house. That's pretty cool, isn't it?
That is super cool.
You know, I say this all the time. Country music is universal, and if it wasn't for stations like this and artists like you doing your thing and making the country music, you know, these other people might not get to hear a song like Montana.
Oh, well, that's really nice. Thank you.
So you are welcome. Where can folks find Linda Nicole Blair if they want to reach out to you on social media and check out some more of your music?
Well, I'm on Facebook, Linda Nicole Blair. Hayden Street Music is my official page. So, you know, you can find me there. And I'm also on Instagram. So, yeah.
Okay. Sounds good. Go check her out. She's fantastic. And we connected on social media through Facebook. And so you'll be able to watch me on Facebook Live. I'm on TikTok. I'm on YouTube. And I'm everywhere. And thanks for supporting this show and telling others about it. I appreciate that, too.
Oh, absolutely. Thank you so much.
You got it. I want to hear the story real quick behind this next song called Heaven Help Us. What's this one about?
Oh, Heaven Help Us. It's a song that I don't know, I wrote that because of all of the stuff with COVID and, you know, there's so much grief over that, and then just, you know, people being isolated and alienated from each other for one reason or another, you know, whether it's politics or, you know, illness or, you know, just all the stuff, all the noise that's going on. And I just, you know, I just feel like we need healing. We need to come together.
You are making the world a better place by doing what you're doing. Keep doing your thing, Linda.
Oh, thank you.
You are welcome. Keep in touch with me, too, and let's do this again real soon.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Tim.
Been fun having you on the program. I can definitely say New Country's best behind your music, and I'm getting ready to do it again. We're going to play Heaven Help Us, and then we're going to kick off the top of the next hour with another great song called Better Woman from Linda Nicole Blair on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's best on an Indie Wednesday.
Children have forgotten how to play. Everywhere I go, strain, searching for a purpose, but we're living in vain. The world that we once knew feels upside down. The thieves, they pay no price, and they're the ones wearing the crowns. Nobody feels safe to walk the streets at night alone. I wonder who's to blame and who needs to atone. As it surely will, and we're feeling the pain, and we've had our fill. Heaven help us not to drown. Heaven help us. Heaven help us. Have neighbors become strangers, and the strangers, who are they? Our friends just faces on a screen. What's happening to you and me? Is the world all that it could be? It surely will, and we're feeling the pain, and we've had our fill. drown. Heaven help us. Heaven help us.
Another hour of the best in new country starts now. On Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
The last time we kissed, you were leaving, heading out the door. I don't know why. I guess you left me for another, and all I can do now is cry. Did you think I didn't love you? You got nothing to prove to me. I'm the one who needs to show you just how much you mean to me. So come back, I promise I'll be better. Come back and we can start again. I'll be a better woman and you'll be a better man. Come back to me and we can start again. Every day I hear your laughter echo down the halls of our home. And every night I feel your soft touch, even in my dreams when I'm alone. So come back, I promise I'll be better. Come back and we can start again. I'll be a better woman and you'll be a better man. Come back to me and we can start again. I hope it won't be a long time before you walk back through that door. You know my arms are always open to love you more. So come back, I promise I'll be better. Come back and we can start again. I'll be a better woman, you'll be a better man. Come back to me and we can start again. Yeah, I'll be a better woman, and you'll be a better man. Come back to me and we can start again. Come back to me and we can start again.
Great music and great stories. That's what you get when you play Linda Nicole Blair in a great radio interview today on this Indie Wednesday. She is originally from Mississippi, now living in Washington. And thank you for your time on that great radio interview. That's one I pulled from the Tim Kelly Show interview archives. And she's already in there. You can check out that interview that we did on the website at KICRIndieCountryRadio.com. Just hit the Tim Kelly Show interview archives tab. And you might have to scroll through a few to find behind Linda Nicole Blair. I've done a few since, and I'll be doing some more tomorrow night on a Triple Play Thursday edition of the Tim Kelly Show. I'll hit the airwaves at 7 p.m. Central Time, and every artist on the show gets played 3 times in a row. This next artist, Andrew Jones, is going to be my special guest coming up on March the 14th on the New Music Friday edition of the Tim Kelly Show. One of his latest singles is called Goodbye's Gonna Take Some Time. Let's kick hour number 3 off with this one right here on KICR Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on this Indie Wednesday. Andrew Jones.
Her heart must be broken, judging from the words unspoken, by the far-off faded look in her eyes. She don't have to say a word, you can read between the lines. This time goodbye's gonna take some time. Once again he's done it, threw it all away. His regret way still weighing on her mind. The love above what you dream of, now she needs to unwind. This time goodbye's gonna take some time. Give that girl a whiskey and then leave her alone. This time sadness cuts down to the bone. Let her be, take it from me, there's too much on her mind. This time goodbye's gonna take some time. Buy her a drink, then get to walking. She's too far in distress for easy talking. Let her soothe her wounds without your pickup lines. This time goodbye's gonna take some time. Give that girl a whiskey, then leave her alone. This time sadness cuts down to the bone. Let her be, take it from me, there's too much on her mind. This time goodbye's gonna take some time. Then leave her alone. This time sadness cuts down to the bone. Let her be, take it from me, there's too much on her mind. This time goodbye's gonna take some time. This time goodbye's gonna take some time. My goodness, goodbye's gonna take some time.
Great country tunes on the radio.
Get it? Today's country.
I love absolutely every single song they play.
This station is dangerously good.
This is Today's Country.
I like the music.
I like the DJs.
There's even more to like.
I like everything about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
More of today's new country now.
I love the music.
You're listening to KICR Indie Country Radio, syndicated worldwide, playing new country's best.
Now, this is my kind of country.
New country.
New country.
New country.
Don't you tell me, girl, you're not over me, 'cause I'm over you. Your mama used to warn you I was bad news, I was bad for you. But what mama don't know is how her little girl would use me and how she liked to abuse me. Believe me, I got the scars to show. So don't tell me, girl, you're not over me, 'cause I'm over you. You strung me along for so start that things turn black just like your heart. Yeah, you're crazy and I can't take it anymore. You got all our friends to hate me, and your sister always blame me, but your lies are just as empty as your soul. So I'll tell you, girl, that I'm over you. Why aren't you over me? You strung me along for so damn long. Why can't you let us be? You were lying to me, but I knew where you were, why you were under him. I moved on to her. Don't come crawling back to me when you're all alone. Thought by now that you'd have known I don't love you anymore. So don't tell me, girl, you're not over me, 'cause I'm over you. You strung me along for so damn long. Not a word was true. You were lying to me while lying in his room, while you were under him. I got over you. I got over you. Yeah, I got over you.
His name is Jason Mayer. That is Mayer, making his radio debut today on the Tim Kelly Show on this Indie Wednesday. That is a great tune called Over You, and I can't get over how great he is. So we're going to put him on the radio on March the 20th. He'll be my special guest on a Triple Play Thursday edition of the Tim Kelly Show. You'll get to hear Over You and a couple of more of his great songs. My full live interview schedule is filling up for this year, and you can check it out at the bottom of the homepage of my website at KICR-IndieCountryRadio.com. How about we play a great female artist by the name of Kay Harper? Go like her on social media as well. Her latest single out to radio is called Give Me a Sign from Kay Harper on KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on this Indie Wednesday.
Three o'clock in the morning, yeah, I'm quiet in my head. I've got so much going on. I'm worn, I feel half dead, but Mama always said, never give up. You're already halfway there. I need a little more direction to know I ain't messing this thing up. Give me a sign I'm doing what's right. When I lay down my head at night, I pray I get some peace of mind, some peace of mind. Oh, yeah, yeah. For this I pray. trust the grand design for my life. Give me a sign I'm doing what's right when I'm laying down my head. At night I'll pray I get some peace of mind, some peace of mind. Oh yeah, for this I some peace of mind. Oh yeah, for this I pray. Some peace of mind. Oh yeah, for this I pray.
Oh, guess what day it is? Guess what day it is? Huh? Anybody? Julie, hey, guess what day it is? Oh, come on, I know you can hear me. Mike. What day is it, Mike? Leslie, guess what today is?
It's hump day.
How happy are people who listen to the Tim Kelly Show's Indie Wednesday?
I'd say happier than a camel on Wednesday.
Hump day?
Get happy. Get the Tim Kelly Show on KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
One Friday night with nothing to do, my buddy called me up, said let's go drink a few. So we headed on out and hit this local bar. Was in the corner checking out the scene. That's when it happened, you walked by me. At that moment my life would change for good. I thought she could be the one. You are my perfect moment, that one you always dream of. Oh, I can't believe that it's happened to me. True love has won me over. I can feel it in my soul, girl. I'm so glad that I found you. It started slowly, little notes and gifts. Felt like forever till we first kissed. But it quickly grew into this wonderful thing called love. Sitting here thinking about my life, that sweet girl is now my wife. Was it fate? Was it destiny? I'll take it either way. You are my perfect moment, that one you always dream of. Oh, I can't believe that it's happened to me. True love has won me over. I can feel it in my soul, girl. Girl, I'm so glad that I found you. Was it fate? Was it destiny? I'll take it either way. You are my perfect moment, that one you always dream of. Oh, I can't believe that it's happened to me. True love has won me over. I can feel it in my soul, girl. I'm so glad that I found you.
has won me over. I can feel it in my soul, girl. I'm so glad that I found you.
My Perfect Moments. The artist is Brian Pataluna, making his radio debut today on the Tim Kelly Show on this Indie Wednesday. That's a song he wrote for his wife, and they played it at their wedding. And we're going to get to hear more of the story behind it and some of his other great music on a Triple Play Thursday edition of the Tim Kelly Show coming up on March the 13th. He's going to be my special guest. Be sure to check out all these live radio interviews I'm going to have done, and that is at the bottom of the homepage of my website at KICRIndieCountryRadio.com. Got some good ones coming up. What Happened to Our Forever is the latest single from Morgan Maxwell, and it was also co-written by Robert Moody from Canada, who has Tailgate Country Radio, and the Tim Kelly Show plays on that radio station as well. Let's play it right now. Morgan Maxwell Music, by the way, is where you can find her on social media. What Happened to Our Forever on KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on Indie Wednesday.
Found our wedding photo in a cardboard box. My hands are shaking as I start to pack. 7 years of memories in this house. Still wear the ring that matched your vows. Remember dancing in the rain that day. Said we'd make it through come what may. What happened to our forever? What happened to all we planned? What happened to our forever? I don't understand. Coffee cup still sits where you left it. Third morning straight, you didn't come home. Used to talk for hours after midnight. Now we're just exchanging lawyers' notes. The promises we made back then feel like paper in the wind. What happened to our forever? What happened to all we planned? What happened to our forever? I don't understand. This ring won't shine like it used to. These walls won't hold what we built. Your side of the bed's empty, and I can't carry all this guilt. What happened? What happened? What happened to us? Leaving my keys on the counter. One last look at what we had. Maybe forever was just too much to ask. But I believed in every word you said. What happened to our forever? To our love? What happened to all we planned? What happened to our forever? I'll never understand. What happened to our forever? I'll never understand.
In a world, there was one man, Tim Kelly, and there was only one radio station, Indie Country Radio.
daddy's daddy picked up some land, built every brick with his bare hands. I didn't know that could be done. Things were easy way back then, long before the turning winds, long before the clouds covered the sun. Out where the sun sets low, 20 long miles outside of Ghost Town Road. 20 long miles outside of Ghost Town Road. He took her back to that hometown. She vowed she'd never stick around. Them crickets ringing in her ears. 20 years how they flew by. The city girl within her died. No better time or place than here. Out where the sun sets low, 20 long miles outside of Ghost Town Road. 20 long miles outside of Ghost Town Road. I go back from time to time past that old ghost town sign. Sometimes I wonder why'd I go out where the sun sets low. 20 long miles outside of Ghost Town Road. 20 long miles outside of Ghost Town Road. Best little town, I swear. Stop by if you dare. Further out in the middle of nowhere. Ooh. Out where the sun sets slow. 20 long miles outside of Ghost Town Road.
He's another great artist that works with sponsors of this program, Clarksville Creative Sound. His name is Ryan Bodine. His latest single out to radio is a smash hit. It is called Ghost Town Road, and Ryan Bodine Music is where you can find him, and you can usually find him over here on my TikTok Lives hanging out, and go check him out and like and follow his stuff. He's great, absolutely. This next artist from the UK is great as well. She's got some great vocals. Lee Ann Kelly is who she is. This is called Willow Tree on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR. Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on this Indie Wednesday.
She worked hard all her life without a man to treat her right. Working 17-hour days for little things and little pay. 3 young kids, a home to clean. Life was tough and life was mean. Mama's hands are soft and gentle, like the whispering willow tree, like the first snowflake of winter, like a leaf on an autumn breeze. She had dreams for her life. He came in and took her sight of a future she had planned and she had made. 5 long years he stuck around, and then he left without a sound. Mama's hands are soft and gentle, like a whispering willow tree, like the first snowflake of winter, like a leaf on an autumn breeze. Mama's hands are soft and gentle, like the whispering willow tree, like the first snowflake of winter, like a leaf on an autumn breeze. That willow tree, that willow tree, that weeping willow tree, that willow tree.
Tim in the morning. What does that mean?
Are you responsible for the strange sounds I heard emanating from my radio this morning?
We apologize for what he said.
Blah, 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 blah.
We have no idea. We're just making it up as we go along.
The guy's awesome.
You're listening to the Tim Kelly Show's Indie Wednesday on KICR Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
I remember the day you were born, tiny fingers wrapped around mine. You are my pride and joy, my legacy that forever shines. Watched you chase your dreams with eyes full of glee. In those moments, I knew you'd be better than me, better than me. You're the love that sets me free, better than me. Growing into the man the world will see. Stronger, wiser, braver than I could ever be. I know that you'll be better than me. From playing catch in the yard to late night heart to heart talks, you always knew the right words, guiding me in life's walks. Like the smell of fresh cut grass and the taste of homemade pie. These memories with you, my son, will never die. Better than me. You're the love that sets me free. Better than me. Growing into the man the world will see. You're stronger, wiser, braver than I could ever be. I know that you'll be better than me. As time goes on, seasons change, breaking down life's walls, carrying on the family name. I see you standing tall. Here's to you as you walk your path with dignity and grace. You'll always be my baby boy, feel my loving embrace. I'll watch from afar with a heart bursting at the seams, knowing you're living your life better than me, better than me. You're the love that sets me free, better than me. Growing into the man the world will see. Stronger, wiser, braver than I could ever be. I know that you'll be better than me. Better than me. that sets me free.
His name is Daniel White. He is making his radio debut today on this Indie Wednesday edition of the Tim Kelly Show. That's a great song called Better Than Me. And just a side note, Daniel White sings better than me as well. I love that song. Will Burton is up next with a great song called Good Thing, and we're going to do a good thing. 2 weeks from Friday night, he's going to be my special guest on a New Music Friday edition of the Tim Kelly Show, March the 14th, and that is at the bottom of the homepage at KICR-IndieCountryRadio.com. You can check out that live interview that is coming up. Will Burton, Good Thing on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on this Indie Wednesday. Listening to the Tim Kelly Show's Indie Wednesday on KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
She's been waiting on him to pull in the drive, wondering what's to come. He's been at the bar since 9:15, down in Coke and Rums. He's broke her heart, she's put back together time and time again. He finally walks through the front door. She asks, where the hell have you been? She says, I wish I was your bourbon glass. I'd be close to your fingertips. And I wish I was a cigarette, 'cause I'd be finally near your lips. We've come so far for so damn long, but there's no saving what's over. I just never understood how hard it was for you to love me sober. We always confident, swearing up and down that tonight was the last time. But then the next day he's up and leaving town, buying booze on his last damn dime. She runs back into the bedroom, packing up all her things. He says to her, I love you, and I promise you I can change. She says, I wish I was your bourbon glass. I'd be close to your fingertips. And I wish I was a cigarette, 'cause I'd be finally near your lips. We've come so far for so damn long, but there's no saving what's over. I just never understood how hard it was for you to love me sober. Yeah. She tells him all that time and effort just to get thrown down the drain. I can't keep sitting here just to get hurt when I know you ain't gonna change. She says, I wish I was your bourbon glass. I'd be close to your fingertips. And I wish I was a cigarette. I'd be finally near your lips. We've come so far for so damn long, but there's no saving what's over. I just never understood how hard it was. I guess I'll never understand how hard it was for you to love me sober. For you to love me sober.
That is a brand new single from my good friend Mackenzie Phipps. It is called Love Me Sober, and she has been a special guest on the Tim Kelly Show several times. She's a West Virginia native and makes what I can definitely call new country's best. Love Me Sober, Mackenzie Phipps. Christian Davis is up next. If you love Trace Atkins, you're going to love the sound of Christian Davis. This is called Ain't Bad for a Good Old Boy from Christian Davis on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio, new country's best on this Indie Wednesday.
I ain't the product of a trust fund. Far as money goes, I ain't got much. But I trade my time in the hot sun for love to get me by. My pickup's old and rusty. She rattles and stays dusty. But when that girl's there beside me, it shines, shines, shines. We got a roof to keep the rain off, a mailbox to write her name on, a 10-acre lot with a little bird dog on the front porch, garden that screen door, baking in the pancakes on the griddle, hand in hand right down the middle. Life with a girl in love, that's the real McCoy. Ain't bad for a good old boy. She's gracing holy blue jeans with a face made for the movies. Yeah, she beats all I ever dreamed every time she wakes me up. She got a way of making something out of a whole lot of nothing. The honey in her loving is like money in my cup. We got a roof to keep the rain off, a mailbox to write her name on, a 10-acre lot screen door, baking in the pancakes on the griddle, hand in hand right down the middle. Life with a girl in love, that's the real McCoy. I ain't bad for a good old boy. We got a roof, keep the rain off, a mailbox to write her name on, a 10-acre lot with a little bird dog on the front porch. Baking in the pancakes on the griddle, hand in hand right down the middle. Life with a girl in love, that's the real McCoy. Ain't bad for a good old boy. You ain't bad for a good old
You're listening to Tim Kelly on Indie Country Radio.
She makes everything sweeter. You know it when you meet her. She's got kisses that'll change her life. It's like double shots when you get what she's got. I can taste it on her lips tonight. She goes good with tequila, like salt and lime. She makes everything better on a Saturday night. She looks good under neon, dancing all night long. She goes good with tequila and a good country song. She's warm and she's warmer, smooth on her roughest day. She makes it go down easy. You better believe me, you'll never want to drink it straight. She goes good with tequila, like salt and lime. She makes everything better Saturday night. She looks good under neon, dancing all night long. She goes good with tequila and a good country song. She goes good with tequila and a good country song.
Just a 3-hour program, and we went all the way to Mars already. How about Brian Mars making his radio debut on the Tim Kelly Show on this Indie Wednesday? That is called She Goes Good with Tequila. That is pure country music right there, ladies and gentlemen. Go find and follow Brian Mars all over social media. He is fantastic. This next artist is fantastic as well, and she was recently a special guest on my show. Her name is Alicia Harvey. This is a perfect song for Wednesday. It's called Stuck Between. We're stuck between Monday and Friday right now on an Indie Wednesday edition of the Tim Kelly Show on KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best with Alicia Harvey.
leaving hurts and sodas, heading home. 'Cause pieces of my heart line both sides of the road. Whichever way I go, stuck between a rock and a hard place. Been looking for my saving grace. Torn between two cities, this life in Tennessee, full of memories and heartaches. Between a rock and a hard place, a rock and a hard place. I was born in Music City, in the glow of neon lights. Miss my family and my old friends. And now I live in Knoxville. It also feels like home. Don't know which way to go. Stuck between a rock and a hard place. Been looking for my saving grace. Torn between two cities, this life in Tennessee, full of memories and heartaches. Between a rock and a hard place, a rock and a hard place. If my heart is in both places, am I ever anywhere? How can I be both here and there? How can I be both here and there? Stuck between a rock and a hard place. Been looking for my saving grace. Torn between two cities, this life in Tennessee, full of memories and heartaches. Between a rock and a hard place, a rock and a hard place.
Uh-oh. Guess what day it is? Guess what day it is? Huh? Anybody? Julie, hey, guess what day it is? Oh, come on, I know you can hear me. Mike. What day is it, Mike? Leslie, guess what today is?
It's hump day.
How happy are people who listen to the Tim Kelly Show's Indie Wednesday?
I'd say happier than a camel on Wednesday.
Hump day?
Get happy. Get the Tim Kelly Show on KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
We sit and counted the stars in your backyard. Our first kiss was in your den, and your dad walked in. First time I caught a glimpse of you, I knew my heart burned smile, the touch of your lips, your fingertips, holding you by my side, you as my bride. Well, I'm not sure I've been blessed with you, but all I know is since we said I do, there's not a day that goes by the thought of you doesn't cross my mind. You live to prove that dreams come true. I'm a better man because of you. I'm a better man because of you. I love you.
His name is Webb Dalton. That is a great song he wrote for his wife. It is called Better Man, and he did a great radio interview with yours truly here just a little while ago. It is in the Tim Kelly Show interview archives on my website at KICRIndieCountryRadio.com. We've got time for one more before we say good afternoon on this Indie Wednesday. His name is Johnny Young. This is called Old Dirt Road on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR Indie Country Radio. New Country's best on this Indie Wednesday.
Life is just like an old dirt road, taking us all the way to the great unknown. The ups and downs gonna rattle your bones. The twists and turns for sure will keep you on your toes. And going in easy, you can lose control. He'll run you in the ditch and end up in a hole. What's over around the corner, brother, you don't know. So hang on tight when you see where it goes. Driving this old dirt road, yeah. Well, that life is gonna make you wanna turn around, but there ain't no going back. 'Cause the dust you kicked up now when you were young, and it ain't never none of that. Some days it's gonna feel all uphill, ain't never gonna see the past. Then in a blink of an eye, you're over the hill, wishing for every minute of it back. Just like an old dirt road. You can lose yourself and get turned around, but stay on the side of right and you'll be found. 'Cause you can spin your wheels and go nowhere fast. You're still rushing past something that you never get back. That's a fact. Well, that life is gonna make you wanna turn around, but there ain't no going back. 'Cause the dust you kicked up now when you were young, and it
Once again, his name is Johnny Young with a hit song on his hands right there called Old Dirt Road. That's going to do it for this Indie Wednesday edition of the Tim Kelly Show. I want to thank my special guests Presley Puig and Linda Nicole Blair for being my special guest on the program today. The Tim Kelly Show is produced by Tim Kelly Productions. Like the Tim Kelly Show on Facebook and we will like you right back. Until next time, I will see you on the radio. Bye-bye, everybody.
Put you in a cornfield in downtown Manhattan. Close your eyes and reel that old zip code. I can put you on a riverbank while you're fighting traffic. I'm a song, I'll see you on the radio. Turn me on and turn it up. I can make you smile, make you cry, turn back the pages of your life. Turn me on. I'll see you on the radio. I can take you back to high school, gym floor, and a slow dance. First love, first kiss, second base down that old dirt road. When it's freezing cold, I can sink your toes in warm white sand. I'm a song, I'll see you on the radio. Turn me on and turn it up. I can make you smile, make you cry, turn back the pages of your life. So turn me on. Oh, I'll see you on the radio. I'm young, I'm old, I'm country, I'm rock and roll. So turn me on and turn it up. Let me make you smile, make you cry, turn back the pages of